Hey, Katie, can you hear me? It's Ashley.
Oh, yes. If I unmute, I can hear you.
Okay. I got
Good.
an audio mess.
Is that you playing with your microphone?
It is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because that part was scary.
That was. Don't do that again.
I don't want to scare but
Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Mhm.
Yes or no? Okay.
yes, you're just fine, Loretta.
All right. Actually, I'm still saying that we have 3 minutes. So I don't know what yours is saying, but mine is saying 3 minutes. So we'll give them 3 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, about 3 minutes as well.
Okay. It's about 6 o'clock, right, Ashley? All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Ashley, looks like we have about 42 participants, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Before I get started, I wanted to see if any board members are here. Ashley, do we have board members? To all of our board members, I want to say thank you for coming. Ashley, how many board members do we have?
Yes, I'm going through the roster now. I'm looking at 4 or 5.
Okay,
I think there's 5 total, but some more might jump on as we get going.
okay. Well, first of all, let me just say I'm excited to actually talk to you all again. It's been a long time, I think since May that we've talked, and just got some updates that I want to share with you all. But before we do that, let's do our Girl Scout promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God,
to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
Again, I am so excited to be able to talk with you all again and to share with you some of the updates that's going on in our council. And for the sake of time, I want to let you all know that we do not have slides. We're just going to show you the agenda and what we're going to be talking about on that agenda. I think the first thing that's on I want to give you all as much time as possible to ask your questions. So we're going to go through what we're doing in operations. I'll turn it over to Jess. She'll talk about operations. We'll talk about the Girl Scout Experience Fund, and then we'll open it up for questions. Let me just first start off with our financial position. As I promised to keep you all updated as to where we are with our finances. Please note that although we are having some great success, operation goal is to balance our operational budget. That's our goal. With the decrease though in cookie sales, and as a result of less girls selling with the pandemic and everything, we've had to adjust and revise our operating budget this year. And we're doing everything we can to make sure that we're doing what we can to balance this budget this year. The good news is that our charter is no longer in jeopardy. The Girl Scouts of the USA approved us for a 2-year charter, and we came back, and they haven't really came back to us to tell us what it was going to be, but our charter is no longer in jeopardy. They approved us for a 2-year charter, and we came and we challenged that because we really feel like we should have a 3-year. We are still waiting for GSUSA to tell us if we're going to have that 3-year charter or not. But the good news is we know we have 2-year. I think we may have 3-year, but we're still waiting for an answer from GSUSA. Our finance highlights as of July 31st, I want to thank the finance department for putting this together, is all year up to date comparisons. Our reserves as of the end of July was 37.3 months of reserves. That's well in to where GSUSA said that we needed to be. We needed at least 6 months of reserves. We're at 37.3 months. Our fund development income is up year over 2020 due to strong giving from foundations. So that's all good news. Our program revenue is up 23% year over 2020 due to the ability to have more programming as lockdowns have been lifted. These two things have contributed to 24% increase in operating revenue. Product sales revenue net for product costs and troop proceeds is down 33%. The net revenue is down for retail, is down 35%. And this includes our share from GSUSA. So our overall operating expense is down 6%. This does not include our investments. Our realized gains in investments is up 23% due to well-performing markets. So this is kind of where we're at with our with our finances. And if you don't have any questions, I'll keep going on to the next thing on the agenda. Again, I want to make sure that that we are doing everything we can to keep you informed with our finances. The next item on the agenda, let me see here. The next item on the agenda is property updates. So I'm going to give you what we have for property updates. With our vast geographical area, we have been assessing ways, and we have been assessing ways to better serve you, our volunteers. With most staff having the ability to work remotely, the need for a large office space is for less to be used than to be used. Therefore, we will be moving from a single large office setting to our 4 smaller resource centers. Now, let me be clear. These resource centers will be placed strategically throughout our council. They are intended to provide a visible location in our communities to attract new members, but will also provide a retail presence and space for volunteers to meet with staff. We realize the commute to the Girl Scout office or shop can be challenging for some of you. Our goal is to provide space that are easy to access for all of our members, so more of your time can be spent where it should be, on your top priority, and that is the girls. Now, funding for these resources center will come from the sale of the Glen Carbon office. Therefore, no resource centers will be placed until the sale of the Glen Carbon office has occurred. We will keep you updated with plans for the resource centers as they develop. So that's an update of our property. Also wanted to give you a little bit of an update for Torquil. Torquil have made many updates. If you haven't been out there, I encourage you to go. You will see a lot of the updates. The camps look really, really good. And the property, Wayne, our property manager is taking very good care of Camp Torquil, our ranger, our camp ranger. And not only is he taking care of properties, but he is also having fun with the girls and working with the volunteers. I know some of you are wondering about the prices. We are monitoring the prices for youths and plan to have that to you soon. I think the next thing on the agenda is operations. I can't wait for Jess to tell you about operations, where we are with membership and how we're doing with next year's membership. So I'm going to turn it over to Jessica Upchurch, our Chief Operating Officer, and she's going to talk to you about operations updates.
Thank you, Loretta. Such exciting information that's being shared tonight. I am, as she said, Jessica Upchurch, if we haven't met, the Chief Operations Officer here at Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois. I'm so proud to lead the team that is really our mission delivery staff out in the field serving you directly. So as you know, we're heading into the very end of our fiscal year or membership year 2021, and we're ending this membership year right in line with actually, unfortunately, where most of the councils across the country and GSUSA is ending it, which is about 32% down year over year from where we were at the end of 2020. I'm sure most of you have been part of the teams that have been out trying to, get girls excited about Girl Scouts in a pandemic time, which has been really, really hard. In addition to that, about 1,000 to 1,200 girls that we usually are able to reach through our in-school scouting program, our community outreach program, that staff also had to shift to Zoom because those girls were being served in their school virtually. And so we were left to the girls who actually were showing up for those Zoom opportunities, as many of your children were engaged in online school opportunities. Well, you know how hard it is to get people engaged over Zoom. Those factors all led into us being at that 32% down overall, which is where I think we're going to end next week. But that is right in line with councils across the US and GSUSA as a whole. So after sharing that information, I really wanted to share the exciting news of what's to come. So we're just a little less than 2 weeks away from the official start to the 2022 membership year. And I'm excited to tell you that over 3,000 new and returning girls have already made the commitment to making Girl Scouts a part of their activities over this next year. The council as a whole is already 62% to the girl membership goal for 2022 for traditional troops, and several service units, which I'd like to highlight a few real quickly, because I know a lot of you are on the call and you deserve the recognition of all the work that you've been doing since Early Bird started, to being well already on your way or even over your 2022 membership goal as well. So I just wanted to say, great job to Edwardsville Glen Carbon at 71%, Bond Fayette at 96%, Jersey, Calhoun counties at 85%, Bethalto at 72%, Waterloo at 71%, East Marion at 80%, Jefferson County at 71%, Perry County at 120% of next year's membership girl goal. East Williamson County, 82%. UPAC, Union, Pulaski, Alexander counties at 116% of their goal. Lawrence County over 100% of their goal. North Franklin at 82%. Western Coles, Cumberland County at 90%. Eastern Coles County at 73%. Edgar Clark counties at 63%, and Crawford Jasper at 74%. I think if we can all just give them a round of applause, some snaps, some celebrate emojis, they're all doing a fantastic job with, that was a long list out of our 41 service units. And we have many that are right on the tails of being right in line with where the council as a whole. So thank you. And if you have, shout them out in the comments and the chat log too. I'm sure they'd love to hear from your other volunteers or other community members that like to give them some praise on all the work they're doing, showing why Girl Scouts is important in their communities. I also want to just thank you as volunteers who have an impact on our organization, because without you giving countless hours of your time to raise up the next generation of female leaders, Girl Scouts could not exist in Southern Illinois without you. It's that simple. I also wanted to say that we are also very aware of the challenges that have arose with the newest update to VS 2.0, as you might have heard it, or the updates in Salesforce that have affected our online registration system for membership, and even some of the hiccups that may have come with migrating our event registration from Double Knot to GS Events. Those of you that have been involved in that and experienced some of those hiccups, I just want to say thank you for your patience. I wanted to also relay to you that in this opportunity that our customer care team, your customer care team, has been working tirelessly to help members work around the system issues, and has also kept us as a leadership team well-versed in the glitches and the challenges you're encountering in the system, and keep giving us that feedback, because it's really important as we take that feedback to our national organization who actually manages those upgrades and implementation of new technology that's kind of sent down to us. And just last week, we were able to share a lot of your specific feedback about the new system and things that may have been roadblocks, so that they can find opportunities to fix them ASAP. We realize that they're causing some challenges, and we're just happy that our national organization, GSUSA, is taking that to heart and looking at ways to making fixes quickly. given that this year still comes with its own pandemic related challenges, right? We had a lot of challenges last year, and I feel really good about going into this year with our operations team. I thought it was a good idea to go ahead and invite our program engagement team and our product program team to talk to you a bit tonight about opportunities coming your way this year, some things that you're used to that may shift to look a little bit different. So with that, I would like to turn things over to Mary Buchanan, our Senior Director of Program Engagement, to share a few updates from the world of program and events. Mary?
Hi, everybody. So it's Halloween is right around the corner. So we've kind of revamped our Haunted Camp and Zombie Run programs that we would traditionally do. This year, we're going to do a Haunted Trail, and it will be held on Saturday, October 16th at Horner Park in Lebanon. It's going to be a walk-through paved trail, so it's very much handicapped accessible. The whole family can register and join in. It's about a mile walk along a paved road, and there'll be troops stationed along the way. It'll be decorated. There'll be snack stations and a STEM station and crafts and games. So come out that day and join us. So that's set. There's different time slots on GS events to register on the website. So just go ahead and jump on in there. It's open to in-council, out-of-council, non-members. So you can bring anybody you'd like, as long as we just ask that they register ahead of time. With that being said, we are still in need of a few troops or volunteers to help decorate the trail and work a section of the trail. And if anybody would like to volunteer to do that, you can email customer care and they'll get you in contact with Krista's daughter, who is our Life Skills Program Engagement Manager. And she's spearheading this whole thing. And she'll be glad to get you hooked up and help you go through some of the old about 50 tubs of Haunted Camp decorations that we have out at Camp Torquay that can be gone through to use for decorations to decorate your section, or you don't have to take any of those, you can bring your own. So we're also going to revamp the Zombie Run portion, and it's going to be a zombie patch. It's a really, really cute patch that our Marcom team came up with this year. Natalie Bachman is our new program engagement manager for older girl programs. And she came up with this patch program that we're going to be putting out. It should be up on the web shortly, but the program's going to run from October 15th to the 31st. So it's going to be one of those short ones where you'll have different activities to do. And you'll be able to pre-order the patch through the online council shop until the November 8th. Is the cutoff to register the patch, and then we'll order them and they'll be out to you shortly thereafter. The other event that I wanted to bring up is it's a big honor for us to be part of. We were selected to be a presenting council at the Girl Scouts Change the World virtual event that's being held on Saturday, October 9th. And this is an event, it's a national event that GSUSA is putting on for Girl Scout juniors through ambassadors. There's going to be different tracks that will focus on bronze, silver, and gold awards. And then there is a mentor section also. So you should have gotten emails from GSUSA with the link to register. It's registering through them. It's not through the council directly. So I'd like for you, it's a free event to, if you're in those age groups, have girls in those age groups, to please sign up. We are going to be presenting the bronze award, the mental wellness track presentation. So we'll be doing 2 45-minute presentations on that day. So it's pretty exciting for us. It's going to be the biggest audience that we've presented to. So there can be like 1,700 girls in our session. So it's pretty exciting. We have a production meeting this week, and it's, I've never been part of a production meeting before, so we'll see how this goes. So please jump on, register on that program if you have girls that are juniors through ambassadors. And we're also going to be recognizing our nationwide, our Gold Award class of 2021. So all of those girls will be recognized in the presentation this year, instead of just the normal GSUSA would only recognize the 10 young women of distinction or National Gold Award Girl Scouts, depending on how long you've been around. But this year they're going to recognize all Gold Award Girl Scouts, and they'll also be recognizing the Girl Scouts that were selected for the GSUSA Gold Award scholarships, which we have a girl in our council that's going to be recognized there too. So exciting things coming up in program.
Thank you, Mary. I also would like to introduce another member of Mary's team, and that is, a lot of you already know her, but you may not know her in this position. Katie Grayling is on this evening. She is our Director of Product Programs, and I would like to ask Katie to come on and talk to us a little bit about product program.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be back in the product program world. There's a couple new things that we want to go over this year that is going to change. So cookies are going to get a refreshing. We're dusting off the boxes and just refreshing the whole program. And so the first thing is, in my background, you're going to see the brand new cookie, and that will be coming out. And I just want to narrate that is a $5 box this year. So everybody get excited for the Adventurefuls. They are an amazing cookie. It's a brownie inspired cookie if you didn't hear. So those will be new this year. We will not, somebody asked me the other day, since we're getting a new cookie, most of the time we get rid of a cookie. This year we will have 9 varieties. So nothing is being retired in the cookie world. We're just going to have 1 extra cookie. So that is exciting. One thing that the major refresh of the cookie program is going to be, we are going to a direct sale. The last town hall meeting, we were kind of talking about it and seeing what everybody's thought process was about switching, and we've officially made the direct switch. So we are changing our platform from a traditional sale, which is a paper card order system, to where now we're going to be called a direct sale, which we will sell cookies as soon as they come in hand. Nobody will be waiting anymore. So it changes our cookie timeline a little bit, but I think everybody will be happy to hear that we are shortening the cookie program from a 12-week program to an 8-week program. So we've listened for a gazillion years that cookie program's too long, shortened it. So that's going to be amazing. Just a quick recap, a cap of the cookie timeline for this year, because some people are asking. Digital cookie will start on January 3rd. And that will be the online portion of the sales. Troops will place their initial order on January 11th, and those cookies will come into the service units January 31st through February 4th. So the last week of February, last week of January, beginning of February, we'll get our cookies. Now, what does the initial order, how does that look now that we don't have the paper card order? So what we are suggesting, we will work with Troops this year. We are suggesting that you order 70% of what you had on hand. We're 2 years because last year was a little funky. So we're going back to a regular year, 2020, which is odd that I say it's a regular year for cookie program. With everything else for 2020, it wasn't. We are asking that we suggest 70% of what you guys had on hand that year. We have this really cool calculator that your service unit cookie managers just got emailed out today. We showed them last week how to use them. They should have got this tool, and it'll show them from your sales that year and what 70% is, how many girls you have, this up here, and it'll project out what they think 70% looks like according to varieties. So that will be extremely handy for you guys this year to figure out the 70%. And if you're new Troops, talk with your service unit cookie manager, and they help you kind of pick where you need to gauge, where you need to be for your initial order. And then cookies arrive, and then it's like it's a fire hose sale of cookies. It is all cookies all at once, really fast, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. So the cookie program will actually run from February 5th to March 20th this year. To make this easier on everybody, one of the biggest things we're working on is cupboard systems. The last couple of years we have had between 13 and 15 cupboards. This year I'm trying to go strong with 26 cupboards this year. That way it makes it easier for all the volunteers to be able to get cookies right away. They don't have a long drive all the way to one cupboard or another. I'm trying to make cookies available the quickest for everything. So while I'm talking about cookie cupboards, if you're interested of ever volunteering your house or just some time to be a cookie host, call me, reach out to me. You do not have to be the service unit cookie manager. I highly suggest it not be the service unit cookie manager, because just to spread out that workload just a little bit. So not everything's on one person's shoulders, but anybody can be a cupboard manager. In your area, if you don't have one, you can always reach out. First, contact your service unit cookie manager, and they can kind of let you know a little bit what would be entailed of the cupboard manager job. And always reach out. I can always help, but we're always looking for more cupboards. The one thing I want to say, the ACH process, I got asked this quite a few times. The ACH process will not change for the way that the direct sale of the cookies will go. We'll still have the first ACH. That'll be your initial, and then the last ACH will be the remaining balance. So that doesn't change. The one thing I'm excited about is our gift of caring program is completely getting revamped this year. We are changing for the last, I want to say 10 years I've been involved, probably a couple of years earlier. We've always done the cookies go to a military organization, which is great. And it's wonderful, but we're freshening it up a little bit. We are going to do hometown.
She is Ed Dowd's wife or not.
We're going to do hometown heroes as our gift of caring program. And what this is going to change up a little bit, instead of all the cookies coming to the council, we pick one organization and we send them off. This year, the cookies are going to actually go to the service unit. So if little Sally in service unit, I'm just going to pick on a service unit, say 57 in North Randolph. I think that's North Randolph, it's north or south. If Sally sells 100 boxes in North Randolph, those 100 boxes are going to stay in North Randolph. North Randolph service unit is going to have the opportunity to then pick their organizations of choice. If they want to do hospitals, if they want to do police, they can, the teachers organizations, VFWs, the organizations that help the military in Europe. But the service units will have the honor and the privilege to be able to donate these right into their communities. So that's a major change. And I hope everybody's excited. I'm truly excited about this, bringing it back to you guys. You guys can do it as a great membership push and PR push, just to get the word out about Girl Scouts and what you guys are doing in the communities. And last, I want to tell everybody to breathe about the change of the cookie program. It's just a refresh. We took the dust off. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fun. Service unit cookie managers are going to start getting trained the end of October. And as soon as that happens, then they'll be able to answer more of the troop questions down to the troops and the volunteers. So give them a little time to learn the little changes that we're doing, and they'll be able to handle. But one thing, we're going to try something different with trainings for troops. We're going to be more involved with the GS Learns. They're going to be more interactive. We're going to try in-person service unit trainings with the product program team. And we're going to try doing more service unit trainings with product program through Zoom and your service unit team. So we're hoping that everybody is going to probably get sick of my voice, but I can't wait. It's going to be fun. And if anybody has any questions about cookies, you know where to find me. I have the same email address as always.
Thank you, Katie, so much for that enthusiastic update. I know Katie threw a whole bunch of information at you really fast. It was great. She got to talk about all the things she's excited about, but we're not giving you a test after this. So don't worry about having to write down all the details or getting all the pieces of information, because it will be brought to you in your service unit. And like she said, she's here if you have questions. We don't expect you to remember everything she said tonight. We just wanted to make sure you had a really good, thorough update about the changes that are coming with cookies, which we all are very, very excited for this upcoming cookie season.
And Jessica, fall sale starts this weekend, right?
Yes.
Fall product starts on Saturday. I'll give a little push for fall product. It starts Saturday morning. Girls will get their emails to get into the site Saturday morning as well. Troop leaders should be able to get into M2 right now. If you cannot, please do not wait until Saturday morning. Please get on there tonight, check and see if you can get into the system. Shoot us an email through customer care and we'll make sure everything's there. But yes, Saturday is the big day for Nut and Candy, and I cannot wait to see everybody. And shoot me emails. I still have to purchase. I don't have a girl anymore. So
And Katie, parent permission forms were pushed out.
Parent permission forms are on the website under the nuts and candy section. The fall product managers, just service unit fall product managers just got I resent out the link to them. They have the list today of currently who has permission slips and who does not have them on file. So contact your service unit product manager, but I can tell you real quickly, we did not have 3,000-ish permission forms signed on hand. So please just click it. It's 2 seconds to click that link, get your permission slip signed, and you don't have to do it for cookies. So do it now.
Thank you. Thank you. And if you have any questions for the product program team that you think is that the whole group tonight would love to hear and hear the answer to, feel free to throw them in the chat or save them, write them down for that Q&A section at the end of the meeting. I have one other item I wanted to give you an update on as far as operations goes, and that has to do with the equipment request. So in the past, there has been a paper form on our website that if you wanted to reserve equipment for your troop or for your service unit event or activity, you had to print out that paper form, fill it out, email it back into customer care, and then wait for Wayne to call you to help align schedules so that we could get that request taken care of. So we're trying to eliminate some inefficiencies this year wherever we can. And so we have created an online form that will be up in the coming weeks. That is an online form that you can actually just go and request exactly what you need. It's all listed out there. Descriptions of things that may not be the name of them for those things that a new leader might not know what they are. We tried to include those descriptions and a few pictures if you need it. You'll just be able to go through those items, click what you need, hit submit, and customer care will be able to reach back out to you for payment. And then you will still hear from Wayne for pickup of those items. Now, one big change that I think everyone might like is that in the past, service units have been able to reserve watercraft and archery equipment for their events and activities. And those items do need to be delivered by our ranger. But going forward this year, we're going to try this and see how it goes. We would love to offer that opportunity for troops who would want to reserve those for a troop activity or outing. Look for more information to come in the next issue of the newsletter, and we'll try to get that information out at Council Connections as well. And so you can look to your service unit for more information as that becomes available. I think that is all I have, Loretta. I'm going to pass it back over to you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. We will if you guys have any questions, we'll ask those in just a few minutes, whether it's with finance, property, operations, update, equipment, whatever the case may be. We're going to ask you to, if you have any questions, we'll answer them at that time. But right now, I'd like to give an update on the Girl Scout Experience Fund. The long range property work results were to improve and enhance the delivery of program services to girls by increasing financial opportunities across the Southern Illinois. The Girl Scout Experience Fund committees, I think the last time that I spoke with you, I was looking for people to put on the committee and ask you to apply for these committees, but the committees is up and running and they are very active. I'm telling you, very active. I've had the opportunity to sit in on several of them, and Haltenhoff, our vice chair of our board, is heading that committee, and she is doing a phenomenal job with all of the volunteers working together to make sure that we're doing what you want us to do with these proceeds from the investment earnings. The committees is made up of volunteers, staff, and board members, and this committee determines how to best utilize these funds. So we're telling you to use those funds. Go to the website and apply for these funds. Go to the events page and click on GSEF, the funds, and apply for these funds. Now, we realize that if you go to the website, it said the information is going to be through September 30th. Well, we do have updated information that we are going to be putting on there after September 30th. So again, please utilize it. Use those funds. That's what they're there for. That's what the board wanted us to do, is to make sure that these funds are available to you. So use the funds. That's an update of the Girl Scout Experience Fund. I am so excited that the program department is finding ways to continue to serve the girls. And even though we're still experiencing some pandemic issues, they are still finding ways to make sure that these girls are getting the program that they deserve. And I'm excited about the membership department. Goal is at 62%. We haven't even started our membership year yet. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what fund development is doing. I'm excited about what all of the departments is doing. And I'm more excited about you, the volunteers, who is working with these girls every single day, being the mentors that they need, that they so desperately need in these days and times. So thank you all for your time, for taking the time to be at this town hall meeting tonight. And at this time, I will turn it over to the board chair, Deanna, just to see if you have anything. If you don't, I'll go ahead and open it up for questions. But Deanna, do you have anything that you'd like to say before I open it up for questions?
Nothing in particular. You've done a great job, Loretta. Thanks for everybody for participating. And I'm looking forward to the cookie refresh that Katie was touching on. And please, yes, apply for those Girl Scout Experience Funds. We want the girls to use that money. There's money from allocated this year that's going to be carried over because we didn't use it all. So please apply and let the girls spend that money. Thanks.
Thank you, Deanna. So at this time, I will open it up for any questions that you may have. I see a question says, why did we go to direct sales cookies? How many service units wanted this? Well, we did a survey, and I think I want to say well over 50%. Is it 75%? Mary, help me out with that. Do you remember?
It didn't respond, but even if all of those responded as a no, there would still been more yeses. So yeah, it was over 50%.
Yeah, so we did this. We wanted you all involved in this. We did not want to do it without, the blessings of you all. So when we did do it, the majority says, yes, go to a direct sale. So that's what we're doing. Any other questions?
It looks like there's a Sydney Hodge that has her hand raised. Sydney.
Cindy.
Go ahead.
Well, Ashley, you can help me with those hands. So Cindy,
Yes,
go ahead.
absolutely. Go ahead, Sydney.
Hi, I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. This is completely unrelated, but it's just a question that I've had for a long time and I can't get anywhere with an answer. But there's really nothing for girls that have graduated high school and still want to continue as a leader, because we can't do anything with the girls until we turn 21 without there being another leader. But I was put in this position this past year because I just graduated high school 2 years ago and nobody wanted to step up as a co-leader. So I had these 6 girls that I couldn't do anything with because there was nobody else.
So you're saying that you have to be 21 years old in order to help me out with that again, Cindy.
What I was told was that I couldn't take the girls anywhere. I couldn't do anything or be alone in a meeting with them without another adult, but I didn't have a co-leader. So I was doing all this on my own and just praying that parents would be able to stay because I didn't have another option.
We always encourage 2 people at all times. And that's just, and Jessica, you might want to chime in on this, but that's for your safety and for the girl's safety as well. It's for both sides. So whether you are 21 or 31 or 35, we still encourage 2 leaders. And again, that's for your safety as well as the girl's safety. Jessica, did you want to chime in on that?
Loretta always knows when to say something. She just can tell it by now. Sydney, first, thank you for stepping up to want to lead those girls. We need more people like you. And I know all of our volunteers out there feel that way. But Loretta's right. It's not that you're less than 21. If you're 18, you can lead a troop. But all troop leaders, regardless of age, need to have a second adult present in any activity we do with girls. So I just wanted to reaffirm that, you don't necessarily have to be 21. It's not an age thing. It's when you are an adult, and then you just always have to have that second person for everyone's safety.
Okay. Is there a rule somewhere stating that like I can't take the girls somewhere? Because like if we have like a service unit thing and one girl's parents can't take them, then like, and I'm not allowed to drive them because I'm not 21.
Yeah, so in our, it's not that you have to be 21 to necessarily drive them. You just have to have a second adult, registered, background checked adult in the vehicle with you.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Been pulling my hair out for the past like year and a half.
And Sydney, I'm writing down your name on my notes over here on my other screen so that we can connect with you outside of this meeting to see what we can do to help make sure those girls get a Girl Scout experience this next year.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Is there any other questions in the chat or any other hands? Wow. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Is there a hand?
I see a chat message for
Okay.
clarification on with Sydney. She said, I think she's looking for verification that two 18-year-olds could lead a troop. And I believe in our volunteer policies still say that you just have to be an 18-year-old registered background checked adult to lead a troop.
Right.
However, I do want to say something on this. In the safety wise books, it says for them to drive any girl, you have to be 21 is where she has gotten that number. So two 18-year-olds cannot drive them anywhere.
Not sure who was just speaking, but thank you for that.
Emily Myers. was
Thank
just
you.
speaking.
I'm going to make sure we connect with Sydney and give her exactly where the information is found so that she can have all of the information in hand to continue to lead these girls over the next year, including the age limit, where to find it. So if she ever has to refer to it, she has that in writing with her.
Well, if there's not any other questions, I want to thank you all very much for attending this meeting tonight. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to have this meeting with us. And I'm going to leave with you all to take care of your wellness. Here we go again. Staff has heard this 1,000 times today because I said it this morning in my Loretta-ism. And I first got to look it up. Take care of your wellness. And I think I said my Loretta-ism. Every Monday morning, we have a Monday morning update with all staff. And we talk about, what's going on in the council, what we need to do this week, and so on and so forth. And at the end of every meeting, I give a Loretta-ism. And some of my Loretta is one link chain can't rattle by itself. You find yourself in an argument with person, just be quiet. One link of chain cannot rattle by itself. So my Loretta-ism this morning had to do with wellness. Now, I got to tell you all, I just got back off of a wonderful trip in the happiest place on earth, and that is Disney World. I just got back this past weekend from Disney World. And as I was in Disney World, I was thinking, boy, we really should take care of our wellness. And so my Loretta-ism this morning to staff was, if you don't make time for wellness, oh man, Ashley, help me out. If you don't make time for wellness, you
will have to make time for your
illness.
Time for your illness. Let me say it again. If you do not make time for your wellness, you will be forced. You will be forced. If you do not make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness. So I'm saying to all of you volunteers, take time for your wellness, whether it's your physical wellness, your mental wellness, take time for your wellness. If you do not take time for your wellness, you'll be forced to take time for your illness. And with that, thank you all very much for being a part of this all-town meeting. And until next time, we will see you then. Bye-bye.